Welcome back, guys, to day 3 of this Amazon series where I'm getting questions in my Instagram DMs and on YouTube comments, and I'm making a video fully explaining to you guys how you can figure out what you're doing. So for today's question, I got somebody that asked me, what were some tips and tricks that you wish you knew when you started Amazon? So if you guys haven't watched my very first video, I made it last year. You guys can go back in my videos and look for the very first one where I talk about how I started my journey, how it was for me, the results I was making in my first couple months selling on Amazon. But even at that point, there was a few things that I did not know yet. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over some tips and tricks that I know now from experience to hopefully save you guys some trouble. I'm gonna give you guys 6 different things that you guys can keep in mind to make sure you succeed on Amazon and you don't make the same mistakes I made. Number 1, we're gonna be talking about the most common problem I see with people trying to do Amazon is just not getting started. Most people are waiting until they find the golden ticket, the number 1 product that's gonna make them $20,000 a month, or let's say $40,000 a month. Because as you can tell, when you're on YouTube looking up for Amazon information, you see all these clickbait titles of making $40,000 a month, $100,000 a month, which it could be true. You can get to that point. But nobody starts off their first product, their first time ever selling on Amazon, making $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month. That's very, very rare. It's unheard of, actually. I made $800 my first month. So with that being said, make sure you just go through the process. Learn how to find a product. Make sure it's going to make you some profit, but don't be waiting to find the right product that's going to make you the most amount of profit, because then you may never start. And I feel like most people quit their Amazon journey because they never get started. And they might think that it's too hard or this or that, when really they just didn't go through the process and learn everything. Because after you launch, your second product will be way easier. Your second product, you'll already know how to find products. You'll already know how to fine tune your listing. You'll already know how to contact a supplier for negotiating your prices, and pretty much everything that you're gonna need to do, you'll be better at it. So just get started. Number 2, make sure your listing is fully optimized. This is something that I did at my first time with my mentor, but after the mentorship was sort of over and I was on my own, I didn't put as much effort into my second and third product to make sure that the listing was fully optimized. So as you can expect, they didn't do as well right off the bat. They weren't doing as well as they should have been if I did some better product research, keyword research. If I made sure I had the best keywords, as many phrases as I wanted inside of my title, inside of my bullet points, to make sure that I'm getting indexed for as many of the most common search words. But I didn't do that. I kind of fast forwarded the process because I was excited to launch. I was excited that I have a new product. I want to just get it out there. And looking back, now I know that as soon as I optimized the listing, as soon as I made sure I have the best keywords, I did some research on my competitors, and I put in the best phrases and the best back-end search terms, both of those products skyrocketed. My sales went up a lot. PPC cost went down and sales went up. So make sure you optimize your listing. Number 3, this is something that me and Alvin went through, unfortunately, twice. Make sure you do not run out of inventory. Because what we realized is that when you're an Amazon seller and you're already on the platform selling, let's say you're consistently making money, it's your 3rd month or your 4th month. If you really think about it, as an FBA seller selling private label, you don't really have that much to do every day. When you wake up, you can look at your Amazon listing and you can see how much money you're making, but there's not really that much day-to-day maintenance required. So for us, we kind of took a step back, which we shouldn't have, and we didn't realize that all of our products were slowly running out of inventory. And what we didn't do is remember that it takes time for them to produce the next shipment. It takes time for China to make another 1,000. It takes time to ship it to Amazon's warehouse. We didn't take all that into account, and we just thought, okay, we have 200 pieces left. It's okay, we have time. We didn't have any time. We ended up running out of inventory for a couple products, which made us lose our ranking, which made us have to go through a lot of trouble that we would have never had to go through if all we simply did is keep track of our inventory, calculate, and how many days are we gonna run out if we sell this many consistently. So if, let's say, we're gonna run out in 1 month, that's probably meaning that today I should reorder. because a month is like the bare minimum you're gonna need for you to contact your supplier, reorder, they produce it, they ship it to Amazon, Amazon scans it. You see where I'm going with this? It takes a while, so you cannot wait until a week before and think, okay, I have 10 pieces left, I can reorder now. You'll definitely go through a lot of trouble like we did. That's the last thing I'll ever do, is make sure that I don't run out of inventory. Number 4, always be learning. Stay up to date. So as I said earlier, day-to-day maintenance is not that much. So you really don't have to go on your laptop 8 hours a day and focus on Amazon. But what you do need to do is make sure you're staying up to date with all the new releases that new updates that Amazon's releasing, all the different software tools that are coming out that can help you make more sales. You know, make sure that you're following accounts on social media that post about Amazon, that post about Helium 10, Jungle Scout, the other softwares that are out there, because there's always new tips and tricks coming out that make everybody's life easier. I mean, when I first started, I had to manually go and find my keywords, and I had to manually, remove the duplicates. I had to manually count the word count. You guys don't have to do that. We had to count the words to make sure we have enough for each bullet point in the backend search terms. We had to use different websites to do all this stuff manually. And then Jungle Scout came out with a tool. Helium 10 came out with a tool that does everything for you. So just like that, as you go through the journey, there's going to be more and more tools coming out. Make sure you're staying up to date. Just because you launched and you're making $15,000 a month, don't just sit back and relax. Don't just keep track of inventory and think you're good. You can always do more. You can always progress in your journey, and you can always aim to be the best seller, not just a seller on the first page. Why don't you aim to be Amazon's choice? Why don't you aim to be the best seller for your product on the first page? You can do that by making sure you stay up to date with everything. Number 5, make sure you're keeping your price consistent and up to date. So what do I mean by that? Another mistake that me and Alvin went through. We figured if, let's say, we're selling item A and the price is currently $14.99 and all the competitors are selling it for $14.99, we thought, why don't we just lower ours a little bit? Not shortcut everybody, but just make it $13.49 and it might help us out. So we did that. And then the other competitors also did that. So then we thought, let's make it $12.49. We did that. And we were changing our price kind of up and down almost weekly. And what that ended up doing is Amazon actually takes away your buy box. This isn't something you can just like Google and find, so that's why I call it a secret. If you go search up, for private label products, anything about the buy box, you might just get a runaround from different websites to different websites, because technically you are the only seller. So if I was to sell this on Amazon and I put my own brand on here and I own the brand, I would be the only seller. So I should have the buy box, correct? Well, if you consistently change your price and you just mess with the system that way, Amazon might take away the price completely. So when you see the first page and you're on there, your competitors will say $14.99 and all their info, and you'll just have a picture with no price. I'm not kidding. This happened to us, 2 products as well, because we were new, we didn't have any experience, we didn't really know how many changes we can make consistently. So that messed it up for us. And when your price gets removed, you can basically expect to make no sales, because we literally had nothing under our picture. It just said the picture of our product with no info under it. We called seller support, we got the runaround for weeks and weeks until they found out that we lost the buy box, and I couldn't figure out why. It has to be because we changed our price too often. Once we stopped doing that, it never happened again. Number 6, this is the best tip I can give you guys. It's not a secret, it's not a trick, it's just a tip that I recommend everybody pay attention and do this. If you have your first product on Amazon, let's say you're selling item A, I don't even know what to call this. Let's say we're selling item A and it's in the toy category. Let's say this is a toy. So if I was selling this toy and I'm now doing product research to find a second product, do not try to go into a different niche when you already have a brand made, a logo made, colors chosen, all the hard work done for that brand you made for the toy. Find a second toy or find a second product that can fall into that category so you can use that brand. So you can try to build a portfolio of different products under that one brand name on Amazon, which helps you scale faster, which helps you make more money, which helps your customers might come back to the same products and buy your other products. So it overall helps you a lot. And everybody will tell you this advice, so it's not like Like I said, it's not a trick. It's just most people try to find different products in different niches. And I've learned, luckily I had a mentor who taught me this, that the best way to make the most amount of money, to maximize sales on Amazon, is to build a brand. And of course, after you have a couple products, you can build a second brand like I did. You can build a third brand like I did. You don't have to just build one brand and feel like you're stuck. You can only sell toys now. No, you can sell 2 to 3 different products in every brand that you build. But it just makes it easier for you to focus on that brand, grow it, scale it, have 2 to 3 different products, maybe 4. And once you feel like, you've done what you can with that one, you can move on to another brand. Now you can have 2, then you can have 3. That's the best way. So I might get another question after this saying, well, what if I just have one product in that one brand and I'm excited to make another brand? You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do it. I just feel that it's harder because now you have to make a logo. Now you have to come up with a brand name. Now you have to come up with a color scheme for a whole new brand to start, let's say, selling in the auto category for cars. You got to start all over when you already have something made that you can just add a product to. So hope that helped you guys out. Those were 6 tips, tricks, secrets, advice that I had that I wish I knew all this when I had first started. Now, I did learn the hard way. We definitely had some mess ups with our Amazon journey, but we got past them. And the number one key, everybody else will tell you this too, the number one key as an Amazon seller is to stay persistent. Just do not give up if something goes wrong. Do not give up if an obstacle comes up. Do not give up if Amazon seller support makes you wait 4 days to solve an issue. Most people just give up and then they say Amazon is too hard. Amazon is not too hard. I know sellers all over the world making tons of money. I'm not even going to make any claims of how much, but let's just say they're able to live their dream life with Amazon being their only income. If they can do it, people from all over the world, all ages, you can also do it. As always, I'll be choosing one winner to give a one-on-one consultation to in the comments below. So if you enjoyed this video, please share this with somebody that can help them out on their Amazon journey. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you want to win a free phone call with myself and Jackie to help you with your business. See you guys in the next video.